Gloria Richardson, the woman who confronted power in Cambridge, Maryland. Gloria Richardson was a civil rights strategist, community organizer, and fearless advocate for Black economic and political power. On Maryland's Eastern Shore, she led a movement that demanded more than access to segregated restaurants. She fought for employment, adequate housing, quality education, health care, and the right of Black citizens to control their own future. Born Gloria St. Clair Hayes on May 6, 1922, in Baltimore, she moved with her family to Cambridge, Maryland when she was 6. Her politically active grandfather, Herbert St, owned businesses and served for decades as Cambridge's only Black city councilman. Richardson entered Howard University at 16 and graduated in 1942 with a degree in sociology. Education could not protect her from racism. After working for the federal government during World War II, Richardson returned to Cambridge. Despite her university degree, local agencies refused to employ a Black social worker. That discrimination revealed a larger reality. Segregation was not limited to lunch counters. It controlled employment, housing, education, healthcare, and political influence throughout the city. The Cambridge Movement. Richardson became directly involved after her daughter, Donna Orange, joined demonstrations against segregation. In 1962, Richardson helped establish the Cambridge Nonviolent Action Committee, CNAC, and was selected to lead it. Under her leadership, activists organized sit-ins, demonstrations, consumer boycotts, and voter registration campaigns targeting segregated restaurants, theaters, bowling alleys, and other public facilities. The campaign became known nationally as the Cambridge Movement. Richardson insisted that integration alone was insufficient. Black residents also needed decent jobs, safe housing, effective schools, and access to health care. Her approach linked racial justice to economic justice years before those demands became central to the broader national movement. She did not preach submission. Although the organization's name included the word nonviolent, Richardson did not believe Black people were obligated to remain defenseless when attacked. She supported community members' right to self-defense and refused to condemn residents who defended their neighborhoods. This position distinguished her from many nationally recognized civil rights leaders and anticipated ideas later associated with the Black Power movement. The National Archives describes the Cambridge campaign, with its demonstrations and armed community self-defense, as an early episode in that movement. The woman who pushed away the rifle. During violent confrontations in 1963, Maryland Governor J. Millard Tawes deployed the National Guard and placed Cambridge under martial law. One of the Civil Rights era's most powerful photographs shows Richardson confronting armed guardsmen and pushing aside a soldier's rifle. She did not appear frightened or submissive. She stood as a leader protecting her community while military force was used to contain demands for justice. The Treaty of Cambridge. In July 1963, Richardson negotiated with U.S. Attorney General Robert F. Kennedy and other officials. The resulting Treaty of Cambridge addressed desegregation, housing, and employment. The agreement did not permanently resolve the conflict. Resistance persisted, showing that government negotiations were meaningless without enforcement and lasting structural change. The following month, Richardson appeared at the March on Washington for Jobs and Freedom as one of 6 women honored as Negro Women Fighters for Freedom. Her presence symbolized the women whose leadership powered local movements, even when national organizations often placed men at the center of the story. A forerunner of Black power. Richardson resigned from CNAC in 1964 and moved to New York. She continued working with civil rights, anti-poverty, and community organizations, including the National Council of Negro Women. Her leadership influenced younger organizers because she refused to separate civil rights from economic power, community control, and self-defense. She demonstrated that grassroots leaders did not have to wait for national organizations to define their demands. Gloria Richardson died on July 15, 2021, at the age of 99. Maryland had already proclaimed February 11th as Gloria Richardson Day, and she was inducted into the Maryland Women's Hall of Fame in 2022. She did not ask the power structure to recognize Black humanity. She organized her community to confront that power directly. Gloria Richardson proved that freedom requires more than access. It requires dignity, economic security, political power, and the courage to refuse submission. To support the channel, please click the like button and subscribe to receive new videos.